So with the release of Claude Opus 4.7, Anthropic also launched Claude Design, where you can create slideshows, pitch decks, one-pagers, and even prototypes of products just by chatting with Claude. So in this video, I'll show you how you can transform an idea into a functioning app with the help of Claude Design and Claude Code. Now we're in Claude Design, and quick thing to note is that this research preview is only available for the Pro version, and I have the Pro plan. But this is basically how it looks. We have the Claude Design here, where we can have our prototypes, slide decks from a template, or another thing we can create. And here we can create a design system. If we're, for example, a company, we can put in our brand assets. You see here, we put our company name and our mission, and then Claude Code, if it needs to create a pitch deck or something like that, it's gonna take from the design system. And yeah, you can also link code on GitHub or code directly from your computer. And we have my designs, some examples that other people have created, and the design systems are right here. So what we want to create is a habit tracker, because that is something that I personally struggle with, and I want to track my habits more. So I'm gonna use Whisperflow for this, so I just can talk to it, and we're just gonna type in habit tracker. So now I'm gonna prompt it. Let's see what it's gonna create. Hi Claude, I want to make a iOS app habit tracker. This habit tracker needs to be simple and clean, and it also needs to have minimalistic colors. The core features should be add and delete habits. We should have enable to track habits. We have to have a daily check-in, and we also have to have a profile page where we can check our statistics. Then we also need an onboarding and sign-up flow where the user can type in their email address and name, and then also engage in a onboarding flow. So now we're just gonna type that in, and let's see what Claude makes for us. So as we can see here, before Claude actually begins to build something, to make the app better, it's actually asking me a lot of questions about the color vibe and the overall aesthetic. So first of all, we need to pick a visual tone, and for this I think we're just gonna take a cool and minimalistic. The accent vibes, I'm going with kind of like the Claude orange and black, I think. Just gonna pick the orange. How should users track their apps? Just simply, I think actually we're gonna go with count based. For instance, there's 3 out of 5 glasses of water. No, actually we're gonna do both. What does the daily check-in look like? It should just be like a checklist for today, nothing special. And the onboarding flow should be like 3 screens, which is a welcome flow, name and email, and pick first habits. Profile page, basic total streaks and things like that. No, maybe we're just gonna pick the medium. It's gonna give us some more insights, some more statistics when we're gonna track our habits. The visual personality is just gonna be pure minimal. I think a little bit of warmth, I think. And typography, just standard Google Inter. So I kind of like this, which Claude Design does, is actually to narrow down and make the app better and the idea better. It's actually asking me questions to make a better example that it didn't get answers from the prompt itself. So we're just gonna take light dark mode, and we're just gonna plug that in and let Claude work. So about 10 minutes later, Claude had actually built the thing, so let's see what it actually looks like. So welcome to Tessera, small things done daily. Tessera is a quiet place to build habits, no streaks to shame you, blah 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 blah. So let's begin the onboarding flow. Tell us what's showing up. So I'm just gonna type in my name. Pick a future start. Let's focus on, I like working out, and it's a habit of mine. And also read. I'm pretty bad at it, but I'm getting better at it. And also a journal. Let's start with these 3. And here we have it. So I really love this tool because it doesn't look like traditional AI slop. It actually has UI elements and UI training behind it, because it uses the latest models of Claude Opus 4.7. So let's see, we can actually add different habits. Let's say if you want to, I love playing golf, so it's golf every Monday. Let's say that's the personal goal. Count base every day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, add habit. And then we can see we have golf every Monday. We can see our history, and this actually looks pretty good. It's kind of minimalistic. It uses the white and sometimes green color. My profile page with my habits, completions, days, all these kind of things. We can change the appearance also around here to dark mode. We can change our today layout to a different kind. We have this grid. I really like this grid actually. It kind of looks very good. And then we can check off the boxes right here. And yeah, it looks actually pretty good. So now that we actually have the visual design of the visual process, the creative design of it, let's actually see how we can transfer this into Claude Code and make it a real functioning app. So if we go up to here, up to export, we can hand it off to Claude Code. And basically this tells us what we have to do. So we're just gonna copy this command, put this into here, and trust workspace, and let's see what Claude Code does. Alright, so now Claude Code have read the file, read the design tool that we have used. Now we're gonna make it into a real functioning app. So we're just gonna tell Claude Code, hey Claude, we need to make this into a functioning app. I want you to make it able to run on the browser for the start. And I also want to add a database so that we can store the user's data. Just gonna type that in and let's hit record. So the first thing Claude Code actually asked me is how should it build this app. So I'm just gonna take the recommended version, so it's gonna be Byte and React. And where should the user data be live? I'm gonna take the Node SQL backend. And how should user authenticate? We already did this. It was the email and password. Just gonna answer these questions and Claude is gonna build something. So now Claude Code have built the entire app. So let's see how it functions. So again, we have the beginning, begin sign up. Tell us who we are. I'm Christian. Then we're gonna continue. We're gonna pick our habits. Again, we're gonna go with read, workout, and journal. And then we're basically into our home page again. So here we can basically add our habits if we want to, like drink water every day, done or not done. We can add that. We can click into it. We can see our current streak, our rate of it. Can work out, journal, all this kind of stuff. Our history, our stats about how we did and how consistent we stayed, and also our profile. And we can also sign out and begin the process again. So that's cool. So if you're someone with a lot of ideas but don't know how to execute, this is the perfect example on how you can do it. Just by using Claude Design and Claude Code, you can execute on any idea within hours. I literally built this app in an hour with complete UI elements and a functioning app with a functioning database. So if you really want to start something, then go start. If you like this kind of content, then give my channel a follow, and I'll see you in the next one.